let's talk about lineup cards for a little bit. This is on a special request from some of the newer umpires that we get to. And guys, they're calling varsity games right away. And so it's really important. I have the two lineup cards that I did for my game last night. I have them right here. And this is kind of my system that I did. I have another video that's on my YouTube channel that goes over this a lot more in depth than I'm going to do right now. But this is just a real brief synopsis, just so you can kind of hear it from me. You need to notate literally everything on your lineup cards. Get you a good book, something hard to write on, get you a good pen, something that you can write with, have it easily accessible, and be ready to write this. And you need to create a little shorthand for yourself, something that you can notate it quickly and that you can understand. A couple of things for me that I do, you notate the designated hitter or the player DH at the meeting. I always circle those on my lineup. So for this lineup card, let me see if you can see it with my camera. This lineup card, see if it'll focus on it. Come on, it's not focusing. Anyway, the 8 spot is where my DH is, and that's where I've circled it. The 8 spot is where it's circled. I'll actually have it up here in a little bit, so I'll show you. You also need to notate all of the substitutions that happen. Notate all of the substitutions, all of the courtesy runners, all of the re-entries of the thing. And my biggest suggestion is circle the names. Do not cross them out, because if you cross them out, it makes it really hard to read them later. And you could possibly need to know them. Notate all the defensive visits, all of the offensive visits, and all the courtesy runners. So here is my template that I use for a game. And as soon as a coach hands me a lineup card, I'll shake their hand, I'll look over it, and I'll notate it, and then I fold it. I take it, I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again. So I have a rectangle that looks like this. The lineup cards that are long and skinny is a little harder. I take it, fold it in half, and I fold it in half again. So now I've got blank copies on both sides. I can write stuff on both sides of these, okay? And this is how I have my lineup card set up. So on the top right corner, the first name I write down is the coach's name, the head coach's name. That way, if I need to get in touch or holler for them or ask them a question, I can call them by name. Underneath that, if they're the home team, I write the admin name. And then I also write the name of my catcher. I introduce myself. When they walk out, I shake my hand, say, hi, my name is Caleb. What's yours? I make great eye contact, and I remember that name. And I say their name probably 3 or 4 times in the first few interactions they have, and then I write their name down just so that way I don't forget it. Your catcher-umpire interaction is really, really, really crucial for your success of high school baseball. Next, in the far left side, I write visits, and then I put 1, 2, and 3. Because in high school baseball, they get 3 coaches' visits. On the right side, I put OFF. That stands for offensive visits. They can have 1 offensive visit every single inning. So really, I could have 7 of them all the way down. That's why I don't put numbers. So just a space for me to put them. And then at the bottom, I put CR. CR stands for courtesy runners. And courtesy runners is for the pitcher and the catcher only. So if you look on this left side, I've notated that number 12 is the courtesy runner for the catcher. And a reminder, courtesy runners run for the position, not the player. So if a coach hollers out, hey, I'm going to courtesy run 12 for 1, 12 for 1, you need to ask them, is that the pitcher or catcher? Or better yet, be in the game that you know that, hey, number 1's the catcher. So I write 12 for C. If I have a pitcher or courtesy runner for pitcher, then I put it there. Hey, remember, with the new or newer pitcher DH or player DH rule, if the pitcher is also the designated hitter on the lineup, when they're batting, they are the designated hitter. Therefore, you cannot courtesy run for a pitcher DH whenever he's on the bases. He is acting as a designated hitter. So this is my shorthand that I do, and it's really helped me keep all of the information in one spot. So these are some lineup cards. This is from a game that I did last season, and this is why I say it's really important for you to circle things and notate them in a way that you can read. Okay, so first of all, I got my lineup card. You can kind of see my fold line. So here's a fold line. There's a fold line in the middle. All right. At the plate conference, I circled number 1. I circled number 1 because he is my designated hitter. That's what I do first. I always circle number 1. And the player he's hitting for is this player right here on the side. Both of these players are locked into the leadoff spot in the order. At some point in the game, number 3 got subbed out. At some point in the game, 3 got subbed out. So I circled him. Okay. And chances are, because of the way that this lineup card is, normally I go back and I write number 7, and we're going to say this was in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that's my shorthand. Number 7, where did 7 come from? 7 is right here. And are you going to bed, baby? I'll be in there in just a little bit. Okay. So 7 would be right here. Now, when 7 comes out of the game, you circle 7. And notice this RE that I wrote there, RE stands for re-enter. And that means that 3 has re-entered into the game. Same thing for this spot right over here. Number 8 has been subbed out. He got subbed in for number 3, so I would write 3 right here. And let's say he got subbed into the bottom of the 5th. Let's just say there you go. And then 8's going to come back in the game, so I would circle that. And then I would write RE. And after doing all of this, everything is still legible on my lineup card. Nothing's scratched out. I still can tell who is in the game and who's been in the game and who's out of the game. If they're circled, and let me add one more thing. Let's just say somebody ran again for number 8 after he's been re-entered. I circle the RE. That tells me now he's done. And then let's just say number 5 comes into the game next. So number 5 would come in, and let's just say he's batting in the bottom of the 7th inning. So this is my shorthand. So whoever's not circled is in the game. It's really easy for me to see. Now, this is the game that I did last night. This is my lineup card. As I'll show you. So at the plate conference, number 8 was my designated hitter. So I circled number 8. And if you look in here, number 25 came up into the game in the top of the 6th inning. That's where that one is. Gomez came out. And then he re-entered number 3 back in the game, which is why number 25 is circled and why we have RE right here on the lineup card. So I know he's in the game. Same thing down here at the bottom. Number 8 got pinch ran for 21 into the game at the top of the 6th. Then when they went into the 7th, 8 re-entered. And then 21 now is subbed out, and I put RE for them. So this is how you, this is a practice. Don't go get in bed. I'll be in there just a little bit. I'll be in there just a little bit, okay? I love you, honey. So, please stop. Sorry, love the kids. So, this is just a shorthand for lineup cards for you to notate your substitutions. Make sure that you can read your own writing. That is so important. Make sure you can read your own writing. All right, I got one last video.